tamer and less political than...
What is this? They got cartoon Hitler? Hey, yo! Yo, I didn't even peep this. They look similar. We got 10 dark theories about Cartoon Network shows that will ruin your childhood. Oh Lord, let's see.
Was the moon landing fake? Is the Earth really flat? Are Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls really just multiple personalities of the same person? As conspiracy theories saturate the internet, Screen Rant has dug deep into the seedy underbelly of Cartoon Network's past to uncover these 10 dark theories swirling around the distant memories of your childhood.
Oh, that kitty feels good.
Hey, come on,
yo.
Jack.
From anime to Hanna-Barbera, these animated series might not be as safe and happy as you remember.
I think we should find an easier person to cheer up.
Hey, what's your favorite Cartoon Network show?
And as we journey back through the shows of yesteryear and change everything you thought you knew, click on the red subscribe button. Screen Rant will always be here to change your idea of what TV shows and movies might mean to you.
You see, you think I like Law? Oh, is that one character with the big hat? Talking about?
But real quick, can you guess what cartoons these emojis are showing? Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out.
Don't even think about it! Think about it!
Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Taking place on a street that's as suburban as the neighborhood in The Sandlot.
You gotta stop thinking. Just have fun.
The setting of Ed, Ed, and Eddie might be more appropriately referred to as its own kind of suburgatory. That's because many fans think...
You said regular show? Okay. You cultured. I'll say, damn, that's a tough question, bro. I'll probably go with Ben 10. OG Ben 10.
Think that the street where all the action takes place is actually a kind of afterlife where time stands still.
That's disturbing.
This theory is supported by the fact that the characters on the show have the kind of skin tones you'd find on a deceased person.
You're all already dead.
Created by a joint crew of Canadian and American animators, the Ed, Ed, and Eddie team didn't necessarily plan on placing the characters in a land of the undead.
Look at me!
But since they're all based on and inspired by iconic characters from throughout the history of animation, the kids wear clothing ranging from the decades of the early 20th century to the present. Kids are costumed...
Man, Ed, Ed, and Eddie were some hustlers, bro. They were hustling.
From different time periods, no parents ever really show up on the cul-de-sac, and Johnny 2x4's companion, Plank, occasionally shows some sentient behavior.
Save yourself.
Among other weird occurrences, these elements combine to make Ed, Ed, and Eddie's street seem like a land that time forgot. Sure, it's a creepy idea for a kids show, but at least they're not brain-hungry zombies.
Now let me show you how this thing works.
Powerpuff Girls. The Spice Girls weren't the only girl power icons for kids from the 1990s. The Powerpuff Girls kicked butt.
Ain't gonna lie, y'all cap if y'all didn't watch Powerpuff Girls, bro. Powerpuff Girls go hard.
Modern animation style, but they may have taken a page from a more classic set of characters. With their own signature colors, red, blue, and green, these hues match up with the three fairies from Sleeping Beauty. Even the Sleeping Beauty's fairies' names, Fauna, Flora, and Merryweather, seem to align with the three Powerpuff Girls' spunky, sweet, or tough personalities.
Shut up.
With Merryweather being the tough one since her name is close enough to boxer Floyd Mayweather's. That's not the only strange Powerpuff theory floating around the kid-friendly version of the dark web. Some fans think that the Powerpuff Girls and their friends and foes are just all part of a single character's imagination. The internet's decided to name this character Brenda, a person whom we never see, but from whose point of view it's believed we're watching the show through. It's said that the three girls are different manifestations of this single person, Brenda, who has multiple personality disorder, and that Mojo Jojo, their greatest nemesis, is her older brother.
No,
Really?
I'm the old lady.
So you can either choose to watch the show as it was originally intended, or you can pretend this is a Technicolor version of M. Night Shyamalan's Split, but without all the accents.
So what do we do now?
How incredibly
I mean, that's not really scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's not really dark.
observant you are.
The Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack connection. Those weird ideas about the superpowered girls created in a basement aren't the only crazy theories swirling around Cartoon Network's super teams. There's a thought circulating in the zeitgeist right now that the Powerpuff Girls, Professor Utonium, and Samurai Jack are the same person. Sure, the Doctor is usually smirking and the trained warrior has a furrowed brow, but their faces and body types are practically identical.
Hey, yo! Yo, I didn't even peep this. They look similar.
with the same jawline, hairline, and eyes. In the Powerpuff Girls original introduction, a short titled Whoop-Ass-Stew, Professor Utonium looks and acts much differently than the Samurai Jack doppelganger he would become. He's actually much more similar to Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. The main
Oh my god! I was just thinking about this. That low-key look like Dexter with no hair.
Doppelganger he would become. He's actually much more similar to Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. The main online theory posits that Samurai Jack, unable to get back to his own time, eventually took the place of the earlier Professor Utonium and ended up finding the peace and family he always wanted with the Powerpuff Girls.
And from then on, I was obsessed with who they were and where they came from.
This idea is supported by the appearance of similar buildings and billboards like the Talking Dog Says ad, and the fact that Samurai Jack and his arch nemesis Aku are transported through a time portal during their final battle. Superfans believe that Aku's liquid form becomes the chemical X that's used to create the Powerpuff Girls in the first place.
Wow. I didn't even think about that, bro. So that's the chemical X, this man?
During their final battle. Superfans believe that
Nah, that's wild.
Aku's liquid form becomes the chemical X that's used to create
This
the
man
Powerpuff
made the
Girls in the
Powerpuff
first
Girls.
place.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Teen Titans Go! So they're not the Justice League, but Teen Titans Go brought DC Comics' brand of justice to Cartoon Network.
Go in peace.
That doesn't mean Teen Titans didn't hint at the darker side of crime fighting. Take, for instance, the
Not gonna lie, I didn't really watch Teen Titans Go, bro. I watched OG Teen Titans. That's like top 3 Cartoon Network shows.
episode where Robin shows the other Titans the trophies he's gained from his many adventures with Batman. While the Batcave is large enough to store all their equipment from the Batmobile to shark repellent bat spray, plus trophies like the Joker's giant card, Two-Face's giant coin, and a massive animatronic T-Rex, Teen Titans referenced the more traumatic elements of these vigilantes' daily lives. On display in the background, you can see Mr. Freeze's head.
Breezy, I'm feeling hot.
Hey, y'all watch this movie? This is an old Batman movie.
I find that unlikely.
As well as the ashes of Jason Todd, the first Robin who fell at the hands of the Joker. That's not all, though. Each episode is full of hidden cameos and background gags.
That's cool.
In an episode that flashes forward to an old and out-of-work Robin bumming around his apartment, you can spot homemade replicas of his old teammates as a happy face taped to a mop, a happy face drawn onto a sack of potatoes, and a happy face on a bucket. So we guess you don't need to watch Suicide Squad to glimpse the shadowy side of Gotham.
Because that would be real classy.
So good, man. He always knows just what to say to cheer a guy up.
No, not Adventure Time. No.
According to its creator, Pendleton Ward, we did an episode about businessmen rising up from an iceberg at the bottom of a lake, and that made the world post-apocalyptic, and we just ran with it. In the title sequence, a wasteland is littered with artifacts and props hanging from dead trees while undetonated bombs remain stuck in the ground. This hints at the Great Mushroom War, which ravaged the land of Ooo and occurred before the story really began. And fans believe that the war started in the 80s, around the time our own Cold War was coming to a head. Its name is also believed to come from the mushroom clouds one would see in a nuclear disaster, giving the show a deeper connection not only to human history but also to Cartoon Network history. Fans offer some pretty strong evidence that Adventure Time and the misadventures of Flapjack are set in the same world.
You know what I like more than fishing?
I don't care!
Fishing with you.
Wait, how
When
though?
it was on the air, Pendleton Ward was a writer for Flapjack, and both shows share the same fun and screwed up sensibilities.
Fans and donkeys! Why didn't we get an invitation?
The Smurfs.
Smurfs.
In the earlier days of Cartoon Network, the channel used to rerun a lot of older cartoons, and the Smurfs received a decent amount of airtime.
I watched a little bit of this on Boomerang.
However, one scroll down a fringe message board and you'll find a number of threatening theories about Smurfs being hateful, misogynist, blue monsters. There's not much time spent describing the fun-loving tiny creatures that they seem to be on their TV show. One of the earliest appearances of the Smurfs featured the blue creatures turning different colors because of a sickness. Once turned, the healthy Smurfs shunned the sickly Smurfs in a show of discrimination. Another instance caused viewers to believe the cartoon was spewing communist propaganda. In this example, Brainy Smurf is often shown as different and disconnected from the other Smurfs because he's always reading and studying.
All party smarties must do the brainy dance.
These viewers believed this storyline helped indoctrinate kids with communist propaganda, which believed that no one outside of the larger group should have access to more information than the rest of the masses.
Never call Brainy an idiot.
Man, that's a stretch, bro. It's a cartoon show. No kid is thinking about that. Or being
You're an idiot,
brainwashed.
Brainy.
Or that.
Additionally, some activists believe that Smurfette is anti-feminist because she was created by the evil Gargamel to help ruin the Smurfs. But they ended up accepting her after giving her plastic smurfery, making her conventionally beautiful. So just to be safe, if you see an unfriendly Smurf on the street, just tell him to Smurf off.
Hello, Smurfette!
Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry are the original Itchy and Scratchy, and they've been entertaining kids for generations. But are they the most popular cat and mouse you can find on TV? Or are they really just a front for propaganda? First off, breaking it all down, their names stand for two of the major opposing forces in World War II. Tommy's was the nickname for the British soldiers of the day, and Jerry's was used to refer to German troops, making this connection even more clear. The cat wasn't even named Tom in his first appearance. Back then, he was called Jasper. The name was purposely changed to Tom for reasons not entirely known, other than the fact that studio employees liked the sound of it. Produced by MGM, the studio made a slew of shorts during World War II, but at this time they were much tamer and less political than
What is this? They got cartoon Hitler?
the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes shorts or other cartoons of the period.
What the hell? What episode is this?
That said, maybe MGM wanted Tom and Jerry to provide audiences with an escape from the constant cycle of bad news. In one of the few references to the war, however, Jerry the Mouse did draw a Hitler stash on Tom. But whether that was some kind of statement, Jerry the Mouse...
That's wild, bro. I didn't even peep this when I was watching Tom and Jerry.
Did draw a Hitler stash on Tom.
This
but whether
is
that was
crazy.
some kind of statement on hidden loyalties during the war remains to be seen.
Damn.
Whenever you catch a rerun of your favorite animated shows on Cartoon Network,
I mean, some were not that really dark. Some were a stretch. But good video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, show love to the YG gang, and I'm out.